Good morning, sir. I am Ellezar Panganiban, PS Criminology to the STO. Today, I will report the police plans and operation. Introduction. Planning is important. It develops an imperative for environmental scanning and situational analysis. It trains good commanders to whom forecasting and prioritization is skill. Ang planning ay ang foundation ng goal mo na gagawin. Kaya naman kung walang planning ay magulo ang gagawin at walang patutunguhan. Kung may plano, may blueprint at masusundan mo. Planning as a management function. Management is defined as the use of people and other resources to accomplish objective. This definition is applicable to all organizational structure, both profit-oriented and non-profit. The process of management is as important to the effective functioning of any organization. So planning ang pinaka-foundation ng blueprint na gagawin mo dahil dito may plano ka, meron kang susundan. Kaya naman yung goal mo, meron kang way kung paano mo gagawin yun at kung paano makakamit yun dahil nga lahat ay may plano. Henry Fayol, a French management theorist and practitioner, is credited with identifying these four basic functions of managerial process, the four basic functions of management: planning, organizing, leading, controlling. Number 1. Planning. Planning can be defined as the process by which managers set objective, assess the future, and develop courses of action to accomplish this objective. All managers are involved in planning activities. Number 2 is organizing. Is the process of obtaining and arranging people, staffing, and physical resources to carry out plans and accomplish organizational objective. It continuing process in any organization. Itong organizing is yung in-organize mo na. Halimbawa is andyan na may plano na, tapos aayusin mo na lang, i-organize mo. Ganun. Parang halimbawa sa isang grupo is paano mo ayusin yung paano mo pamumunuan. Number 3, leading. A critical activity in all organization. It can be defined as act of motivating or causing people to perform certain tasks intended to achieve specific objectives. It is the art of making things happen. Dito naman is sinasabi na leading, yung pag-lead mo sa isang, halimbawa sa isang kumpanya. Paano mo i-motivate yung mga tao mo para masipagin pa na gawin yung plano na para ma-achieve yung goal nyo. Controlling can be defined as the continual analysis and measurement of actual operation against the established standard developed during the planning process. Dito sa controlling is hawig nyo yung organizing. Paano mo i-control at i-organize, parang ganun. Yung isang grupo or yung gagawin nyo na plan para ma-set or ma-achieve yung goal. Definition of planning. Planning can be defined as the process by which managers set objectives, assess the future, and develop courses of action designed to accomplish objective. It also includes determining appropriate objective and the optimum timetable for achieving them. It continuous function that directs the organization through the change-oriented environment to pursue its established objective. It also specifies the action needed to reach the objective. So ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina na planning is the foundation dahil dito yung planning mo is yun yung magdadala sa'yo para ma-reach mo yung goal na gusto mo. Elements of planning. 1. A goal. What do you want to attain? 2. Courses of action. How you reach your goal. 3. Implementing group. Who has tasked to do the action. 4. Resources needed. What is needed to accomplish. Importance of planning. Careful planning should be result in the development of the blueprint describing the means to accomplish objectives. Enumerated the reason why planning is considered to be vital function of every managers. Number 1. People become more proactive, not just reactive. It is the best to solve a problem because it happens. A plan which put in
place, rehearsed, and evacuated would make implementation easier. It would make the police units dynamic and responsive. 2. Doing more with less. PNP resources with are always not enough, hence they must be used the fullest and with maximum impact. In this case, 1 plus 1 should equal to 3, or sum of parts should be greater than the whole. 3. Foundation of your work. A plan establishes the basis for what you are doing. You will have a quiet guide or roadmap to help you do the right things. Take for example the station patrol. It coordinates movement and extends police visibility in crime-prone and periods.
Number 4, it makes your people become more productive. When the people know what you want to do, how do you want it done, and what is expected of them, they adapt to their roles and become more productive. They will have a mastery of their job. People know their roles and understand their value and contribution in the operation. Number 5, reflects your competence. Your experience and training will be reflected on the plan you make. It will establish that you have your act together. It will also compel you sharpen your show. So, or to read more about delivering quality police service, a good plan is good image building. Number 6, give the strategic and tactical advantage. A well-formulated and instituted plan allows the commander to make action and decision which have long-term impact. At the same time, it prepares the unit for contingencies needing short-term solutions. Dynamism is an essential requirement of any units. It must be flexible and attuned to the people's will. Skill needed for planning. 1. Good analytical thinking. You have to know the situation. Number 2. Forecasting. Seeing ahead of making sound assumption. Begin with the end in mind. Use your intuition based on sound reflection of past experiences. 3. Prioritizing. Compare your sources or capabilities with your goals and objectives. 4. Sound of the objective settings. Know where you are going and how to get there. Be practical. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a first step. 5. Contingency planning and crisis management. A contingency plan represents your efforts to guess that might go wrong or different with your plan and how to handle it if it does. 6. Monitoring. Identifying success indicators and follow-up. Try to see progress of your plan. Make checklists of what has been done. 7. Documenting. If you have not written, then you have thought of it. Write your ideas down. Report the progress of your plan. 8. Flexibility. Adjust your plans to resources. Be realistic. Do not incorporate tasks with need legislation. Also be flexible to point of being able to modify certain parts of the plan which do not work. And lastly, interoperability. This refers to the capability of the commanders to work in synergy with the different government and private sectors of the community. These sectors are just waiting to tap and are eager to work with the PNP in pursuit of peace and order. In this regard, the strategic and tactical alliances may be established with the church, the school, the local government units, and the civic organization to realize community support for the PNP.